Martell, let me ask you a question. Why did you feel it was necessary for you to go and do an interview with a blogger?
When I got arrested, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna retaliate, because don't make it seem like I'm an abuser. You need to hurry up and tell people, like, no, it's a text message. You know what I'm saying? But no. So I said I'm finna go and put her.
If you've been following Love and Marriage Huntsville, you know that Martell doesn't just bring drama, he creates it. But this time, he may have gone too far. Martell Holt has a long history of causing chaos, and let's face it, he seems to thrive on it. From his messy, very public divorce with Melody Holt to constantly pointing fingers, Martell seems determined to drag everyone down with him. Whenever he's in the spotlight for his own mistakes, he quickly shifts the attention elsewhere. It's a typical Martell move. When his own situation is burning, he throws gasoline on someone else's. And that's exactly what's happening now. With his reputation in shambles, Martell is back at it, stirring up trouble. But this time, he's bringing evidence, or at least that's how he wants everyone to see it. A tape recently surfaced, and Martell is using it to accuse Marlo and LaTisha Scott of serious wrongdoing. The tape reportedly contains conversations that suggest Marlo has been unfaithful, something fans have suspected for years. But it doesn't stop there. Martell also claims LaTisha isn't as innocent as she appears, accusing her of stepping out of her marriage as well. Let's rewind a bit. Marlo Scott has faced rumors of cheating for years, and although he's managed to brush off these accusations before, this time the stakes are much higher.
I waved the white flag a long time ago. I've been waving it. You know, I even got off social media and I quieted down and wasn't saying anything, trying to, you know, get on the good side or whatever. But I guess the quieter that I am, the more she can shoot my way. And her knowing that I'm not gonna retaliate makes her go even harder, because she can do and say whatever she wants to and not worry about Martell saying anything. And it's like us nice.
Do you all remember Marlo's solo trip to Africa? It was a trip that raised a lot of eyebrows. Who goes to an entire continent alone, leaving their spouse behind? LaTisha defended him, saying it was something Marlo needed for himself. But that trip sparked a lot of suspicion. Many people believed it was Marlo's way of distancing himself from the marriage, or maybe even hiding something from LaTisha, and it wasn't just that trip. Over the years, rumors have swirled about Marlo possibly having children outside of his marriage. While these claims were never confirmed, the gossip never fully went away either. In fact, Martell was one of the first to suggest that Marlo wasn't as faithful as he appeared to be. Now, with this tape making the rounds, those old suspicions are back in the spotlight. What makes this even messier is the weight Martell's words carry. Yes, he's known for stirring drama, but he's also been at the center of his own cheating scandals, so he knows what to look for. Martell's accusations have fans wondering if there might be some truth to the rumors that have been floating around for years. But here's where it gets really complicated. Martell's tape doesn't just target Marlo, it also drops a bombshell about LaTisha. According to Martell, LaTisha had an affair with one of his close friends. The tape allegedly contains evidence to back up this claim. This has divided fans completely. On one hand, some are questioning Martell's credibility. Let's face it, he hasn't exactly earned a spotless reputation. Over the years, he's made various claims about his castmates, often when the heat is on him. Some believe this could just be another of Martell's tactics to shift attention away from himself. On the other hand, there are fans who aren't so sure Martell is lying. Given the relationships within the cast, some think there could actually be some truth to his accusations. After all, Martell was extremely close to the Scotts. If anyone knows the ins and outs of Marlo and LaTisha's marriage, it would be him, and that makes his claims harder to dismiss. LaTisha has always been vocal about her loyalty to Marlo and their marriage. She's defended him against cheating allegations in the past. But if this tape turns out to be real, it could turn everything upside down.
Like, this is crazy. Like, people are really offering you money to come on this show and lie. So at that point, I was like, forget it. It's a lie. Like, now I don't believe it.
LaTisha Scott has always stood firm in her public support of Marlo, no matter how loud the rumors and accusations get. Time and time again, she's shut down talks of infidelity, stating that she won't consider divorce unless there's concrete proof. To her, hearsay and speculation aren't enough to tear apart her family. In a world where marriages can fall apart over much less, some fans admire LaTisha's strength and loyalty. They see her as a woman determined to keep her family intact despite the constant noise surrounding them. However, not everyone shares the same view. Critics argue that LaTisha is ignoring what they believe are clear signs of trouble. They point to Marlo's vague answers, his solo trips, and the ongoing rumors as red flags that shouldn't be overlooked. For them, LaTisha's refusal to publicly question Marlo feels more like denial than confidence. Some even speculate that she's protecting the image of their marriage for the sake of their businesses and public reputation, rather than confronting the possibility of betrayal. The Scotts' marriage has been under intense scrutiny for years, But Martell's latest claims have raised the stakes more than ever, with fans, castmates, and the media dissecting every word and action. The pressure is overwhelming. Imagine trying to hold your marriage together while strangers debate your loyalty, honesty, and even your worth as a partner. That's the reality for Marsau and LaTisha. The emotional toll is clear. In past interviews and moments on the show, LaTisha has spoken about how hurtful the rumors have been, not just for her, but for their children as well. It's no longer just about her and Marsau. Their entire family is being dragged into the chaos. While LaTisha remains composed in public, the cracks are starting to show. As for Marsau, his cool, dismissive attitude toward the rumors hasn't helped his case. Fans have often called him out for joking or dodging questions about infidelity, which only adds fuel to the speculation. While he might be trying to downplay the accusations, his approach sometimes has the opposite effect, making people wonder if he's hiding something. At the center of it all is Martell Holt, and you can't help but wonder, is he uncovering the truth, or is this just another one of his deflection games?
Love and Marriage Huntsville star Martell Holt just violated the no-contact order ahead of his domestic violence conviction appeal. So could this mean that he's going back to jail?
Martell's habit of making bold, often controversial claims is nothing new. Over the years, we've seen him stir up drama, especially when the focus shifts to his own mistakes. From his very public infidelity to his messy divorce, Martell has always found a way to drag others into the fire when things get too heated for him. And let's not forget, the Scotts have been a favorite target of his for a long time. Critics believe the timing of the tape's leak isn't a coincidence. Recently, Martell has been under intense scrutiny, with his credibility and reputation taking hit after hit. By shifting attention to Marsau and LaTisha, he keeps himself in the spotlight while deflecting focus from his own issues. But here's the tricky part. Martell does have insider knowledge. As someone who was once close to Marsau and LaTisha, he's in a position to know things that viewers don't. That makes his accusations harder to ignore completely. Could there be some truth buried in his claims, or is he twisting things to settle old scores? For fans, it's a tough call. On one hand, Martell's history of stirring up drama makes him an unreliable source. On the other hand, the fact that these rumors have followed the Scotts for years gives his words an unsettling sense of credibility. Martell's true motives remain unclear, but one thing is certain. His bombshell has shaken the Scotts' marriage to its core, whether he's exposing a painful truth or not.
I've been quiet. I know a lot more than what I say. And for years, Marsau have been like, no, T, don't do that. No, T, don't do that. And we really have been trying not to go there with Martell because I just don't want to be fighting with him. So, but at some point, you have to be like, enough is enough. Like, leave us alone. Stop it. We don't say nothing about you. When we do say something, it is like something that has been asked of us on the TV show. We're filming a television show. If someone asks us a question or something that you've already put out there, we can speak on it. But we don't put things out there before you put it out there. So, it's like, leave me alone because I can say a lot more.
So the thing is, you are clearly fed up.
Yeah, big time.
As the pressure builds, LaTisha isn't just sitting back. Recently, she's been putting more focus on herself, especially in her business ventures and personal growth. LaTisha has stepped into the spotlight as a businesswoman, gaining recognition for her ventures outside of her marriage. Whether it's her real estate investments or brand collaborations, she seems to be making strides toward building a future for herself. Some fans see this shift as a positive move, applauding her for turning the chaos in her life into personal success. One person commented, "Martell might be messy, but he's not dumb. If he's leaking a tape, there's probably something to it. The Scotts better come with receipts or this could get ugly." Another added, "I don't know if I can trust Martell, but Marsau has been dodging questions for years. That Africa trip still doesn't sit right with me. LaTisha needs to wake up." However, the timing of her new focus raises questions. Could LaTisha be laying the groundwork for a future outside of her marriage? Some people believe she's building a safety net, preparing for what could be a major change in her life if Marsau and their relationship can't weather the storm. In a way, her increasing independence could be seen as a precautionary measure, ensuring she has something to fall back on if the marriage falls apart. On the other hand, it's also possible that LaTisha's shift is a response to the pressure. After years of standing by Marsau, could she be taking control of her narrative as a way to regain confidence and find her own purpose beyond marriage? The rumors, leaks, and constant media circus have no doubt taken a toll on her. Her growing independence might just be her way of showing that she has more to offer the world than just being Marsau's wife. With divorce talks and Martell's tape out in the open, the question remains, can Marsau and LaTisha survive this storm? Or is this the final straw? Looking ahead, it's unclear where Marsau and LaTisha's relationship will go from here. Despite the constant media attention, LaTisha has consistently stood by Marlo, but with the latest allegations from Martell, the stakes have never been higher. The couple's future will likely depend on how they handle the fallout from these latest claims. LaTisha's growing focus on her business could signal a shift in priorities, or it could be her way of staying grounded. Marlo, on the other hand, has faced accusations before, but has remained defiant, brushing off the rumors as just that. However, Martell's tape puts these rumors in a new light, and the pressure is mounting. Now, we want to hear from you. Do you think Martell is genuinely exposing the truth? Or are the Scotts hiding something? Drop your thoughts in the comments.